guess the point I wanted to emphasize is that LGBT families, like all families, have lots of the same kinds of interests, the same kinds of things they're trying to do. We have parents to take care of. We have kids we want to raise. We have partners that we cherish. We want to protect the same people that everyone wants to protect. Families, as a general matter, face a lot of difficulties now. This is a trying time for lots of families, adding extra burdens, making it harder for families to take care of the people that they're trying very hard to take care of. It's not sensible. It doesn't help them. It doesn't help the state. It doesn't help anyone. This is simply not something Ohio should be doing.
My partner couldn't be here, but I guess my personal story is around the fact that we got engaged about a year ago and we'll be married in October. Yay! Illegally. We have the pleasure of getting married here in Columbus in October. We know that our parents and friends and family will be there, and that's what's important to us. We've seen other friends have to leave the state, spend a ton of extra money, and do these destination weddings so that they can be legally recognized. What's important to us is that our families are there, but it's also important to us that we have the same rights and benefits with the state. So while the ceremony will be everything that it can be and everything that it needs to be for us, we know that we'll still be second-class citizens in this state on marriage, in job discrimination, in equal access to housing, and all of those things. So Quality Ohio is important to that. When I look at this bus, it seems to me like a bus trip from the past. It's past ideas, it's old ideas. We're in Ohio now, where the public is ahead of the laws. The laws will catch up. Supporting Quality Ohio will get us there. But we're here, we're the future, and this bus is on the wrong side of history.
Things about what is saying. They have a video against ENDA. They're promoting, they're trying to get people to call and urge Congress not to vote for ENDA, so they are for employment discrimination. They, of course, define marriage as one man and one woman. They believe that marriage is defined by a mother and a father and children. And if you have the chance, please go to their website. Not that I want to promote them, but you've got to see some of the horrific stuff that they've got out there. I mean, this is not some kind of an organization that is, that is taking this lightly. This is a really serious thing, and the language they use and the way they talk about us is completely discriminatory. It's full of hate and it's full of lies. The truths are, Ohio is tied for dead last of all 50 states for LGBT rights, because we have absolutely no protections, and we have 2 laws on the books that actively discriminate against us. We have the Defense of Marriage Act passed by the legislature, and then we have the constitutional amendment passed by the voters. That doesn't mean we're always going to be there. We will not stay dead last. There are 1,138 benefits, rights, and protections that opposite-sex married couples have that we are denied. There are so many rights and protections that heterosexual couples who are married take for granted that we don't have. So what we're doing in Ohio, what we are doing together, what we need to do together is we need to stand for a marriage for all couples. We need to stand for the rights of all families. We need to stand for the right to define our families for ourselves. Now we have the right to love who we love, and to form those families in the way that we want to form them, and not to let anybody else define that for us. We have to work for the ability for our families to be protected, not in issues that you heard today. Lack of insurance benefits, one parent having to become the legal parent, and if something happens to that person, even if you have the money to put all the paperwork and all the legal protections in place, the next of kin can always come in and fight that in court. And then you have the death of your partner and you're in the fight for your life for your children. That's not good for children. That's not good for families. We've got to work for the right to LGBT couples to foster and adopt. There are thousands of children who need a home. They need loving families who are out there. And last, we want to continue to work for the right of all Ohioans to live and work in the state without discrimination. The right to have a job. That's it. The right to have a job. The right to rent an apartment or buy a house. The right to eat in a restaurant without being discriminated against or harassed. They're very basic kind of rights that